Hey there, sports fans. I'm Jean Cantero, and welcome to this edition of the Cav Sports Report. Joining me today is the head coach for the JCCC women's soccer team, Jim Schwab. Hey there, Coach. How are you doing today?
Hey, Jean. How are you?
Doing good, thank you. Now, with the team, season's still very young. The team has already traveled to Illinois and to Texas to play. How did the team do playing so far away from home?
We did real well, Gene. I tell you what, we battled. We really competed and took it to Tyler, Texas, which is in the top 10 in the country. Very physical game. We played well, had our chances, created chances, and we just couldn't finish them off and lost in double overtime.
Oh, no.
So, but, you know, as a coach early on and against tough competition, I just want to see the girls, A, compete, B, see how they match up against the best in the country.
Right.
And we did all that. We just didn't finish it off.
Okay. Now, shifting away from the, away aspect to the home aspect, the team does really well here at home, winning over 80% of the matches played here since 1999. Why does the team have that amazing ability to play so well here at home?
Well, I just think, you're in your own bed, okay? You're not traveling. We probably have the worst travel schedule in the country just because our conference is so spread out. 6 hours to Garden City one way, 4.5 to Barton. So the girls got to get you know what I said, your head runs your legs, your brain runs your legs.
Yeah.
And right now we're struggling with that because, at home, we played okay yesterday. We played good enough to stay, to be competitive. Yeah. But if we're going to break the top 10, we got to start winning those games.
Now, in the college season, every game is huge. How do you motivate the team to be prepared to face their opponents?
Well, one thing is they got to believe in themselves. I mean, you got girls coming out of high school, you got girls 18, 19, 20 years old. They have to believe in themselves, and they really I set no ceilings for them. They when they first come here, they think there's ceilings here.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that they're over the clouds, and that's you're going to have peaks and valleys. Like we got off the bus at Swick, and we didn't get off the bus the first half.
Okay.
I mean, literally,
right? Yeah.
We're down 4-1, and we feel that we were still involved in the game.
Okay. Now, do you follow the rankings that the NJCAA puts out? Starting off at 15 for the season was pretty great.
Well, it's great, but it's no, that's last year. It's the favorite song is "What Have You Done for Me Lately."
Yeah.
We start from scratch every year. Okay. All the JUCO coaches that come in and say it's a rebuilding year. Every year is a rebuilding year. So yeah, it's nice to get recognized. We're out of the rankings now. We should. But we need to. We're playing all top teams, so we'll deserve to get back in there one day.
Now you mentioned rebuilding years. How do you make the team so good year after year? Is it plenty of practice, building teamwork, or something else even?
Well, I think recruiting is the number one thing. You're only as good as your players, and we set high expectations when they come here. The work ethic, the girls, the good recruits that we have, and the great assistant coaches that I've had over the years.
Yeah. Now you've been with the women's team since the beginning. Who would you say is the Cavaliers' main rival out on the field?
Well, you're probably looking at Hutch or Butler, and Barton is there as well.
Yeah.
It's usually us. The last few years, Hutch, Butler, or Barton's always in the finals.
Right. Okay. Now take us back to 1999 and the beginning of the women's soccer program. How did all that happen? The planning, the preparation for a brand new team.
Well, Lori DeGarmo Mallory was our athletic director, and she came to me the year before.
Okay.
So we had a year to set the budget, or she set the budget. So we had a year to go, and I coached women, but not at the college level. So it's a whole new animal for me, literally. And so basically we had to go out and recruit and then find opponents. The conference is built, we had 16 teams last year. They dropped 2 this year.
Right.
We have 14. But just to get a basis of where we're going to recruit, and there's a lot of schools that play soccer around here, so there's a lot of, it's very competitive to recruit.
Okay, now you've had other experiences with soccer, as a player, even broadcasting. Tell us more about all the other things you do besides coaching.
Well, I grew up in St. Louis, played pro soccer and coached in the pros with the Attack and the Comets for 13 seasons. Been here for 25 to 27 seasons.
Yeah.
Highly involved with the Sporting Kansas City youth organization and a lot of different youth clubs that we've started. The big thing is, I still love to play soccer, still passionate about it, still like to wake up every day to compete. And so that's, a little bit about myself.
Okay. Now, next month, the women's national soccer team's coming here to practice and to Kansas City for some games. How excited are you and the rest of the team even, to watch professional athletes play the sport that you love?
Well, the professional athletes like Lauren Cheney they practice at the same place we do at Soccer Fit with Scott Moody. So they train there, and the girls don't realize how big. They're the best players in the world.
Right.
There's 4 or 5 national team players on FC Kansas City. To have them come into our campus is a treat for Johnson County, our college, and all the students here as well.
Okay. Now, this is your 25th season, being here at JCCC. What has been the main highlight for you in those 25 very successful years?
You know what? I mean, one thing, we went to nationals in '09. We made nationals with the men's, but the big thing is just seeing all the kids come back and being adults,
Right.
and their moms and their dads. I just had Scott Nornberg works for AT&T, and everybody goes, "Coach, what year did he coach?" You know, and it all runs together.
Right.
I think the camaraderie and the friendship that I've gained with all these players and former players, that's basically the highlight. I mean, it seems like it revolves every year.
Definitely. This place is truly great.
Yeah, it is. It's a great place to work. It's a great place, but you know what? Players don't realize how good they have it here until they leave.
Right.
And they all call and come back. But it's nice that they want to come back. And like I said before, I've had great assistant coaches. Vitai was my assistant, Katie Powers, Wendy Luke. Now I have Melissa and Carlos.
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate to work with good people.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck this season.
All right.
And that's all for this edition of the Cavalier Sports Reports. We'll see you next time, fans.